Hello and welcome to Tuesday DJ Gig Tips, brought to you by Vibo, the music planning app. Now before we get into the tip part of the video, I have a favor to ask. I am 17 subscribers away from 60,000. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you want to help me out, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I really appreciate all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Thank you so much. It does help. So let's get into the tip part of this video. Last week I talked about the Amazon Fire tablet for $99 that you could, if you were a little savvy, put the Google Play Store on and download DJ from Algorithm, which is a pretty cool, stable little app to DJ with. It's got a crossfader, it's got some effects, volume, all that stuff. This is something that I use as a battery-powered ceremony system music and mixing board source. So I can bring a battery-powered system with this tablet with the music on it that I need and do something like Cocktail. I also mentioned that a person could use it as an emergency backup for your main system. And I wanted to clarify that. I'm not advocating that you all use this as your only source of backup when you're doing like a wedding reception or a quinceañera. In fact, I use a full mirrored computer, just like the one that I gig with, as a backup. It's not an emergency backup, it's a backup. It's complete. But let's say that you don't have a backup computer. Something like an emergency backup on a tablet like this could save you. Now, I even have this on my phone, and I can indeed use this as an absolute dire straits, oh no, what are we going to do, emergency backup. See, right there it is. I've got an SD card on my phone. I can put all kinds of tracks on here. And then some of you are saying, well, if you have the full computer, why would you need the emergency backup as well? It's a good question, but let me throw a scenario at you. Let's say that you have a Friday and a Saturday gig. Let's say you go out on Friday and you lose your main computer. So then you go to your backup computer and you have a full backup, no problems, no compromises, nothing. What about that Saturday gig? You didn't have time to get a backup for your backup, right? So the emergency backup is a good idea just in case something stupid happens and you lose your backup on that Saturday gig. I don't know, I think it's a good idea. If you're not using it for ceremony or cocktail, just for that it's a good idea. So what is an emergency backup opposed to a full backup? I don't feel like you need every song that you own on your emergency system. I mean, we don't use every song that we have, right? So why would we need every song that we have on our emergency backup? What I like to do is put essentials on there. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say that you do a lot of quinceañeras. You know what your 100, 200, 300 most popular tracks are. Make sure they're on there. Maybe you do wedding receptions. You know what you got to have. You've got to have those songs that everybody wants at every wedding reception. Plus some other stuff, like what I call contemporary. It's the last few years of music that people might want to hear. It's The Weeknd, it's Cardi B, it's even the line dances. It's, I don't know, the new one from Elton John and Dua Lipa, that's on there. Those are the kind of things that I put on that emergency contemporary backup on the SD card. And then, I don't know, let's say that you do background cocktail, something like that, or dinner music, get something on there for that. What are you using, smooth jazz? Put it on there. Maybe you're using, I don't know, string quartet. Perhaps you're using something like piano music. Get it on there. Something else you can do with your emergency backup is make sure that those specific song requests are there. Like, I don't know, the first dance, the father-daughter, mother-son, and maybe the top request that they just gave you. Now, if you're looking for tracks to put on your emergency backup, there are places you can go and look at the most requested songs and you can download off of that, but I think you have to use your powers of deduction as a DJ and ask yourself, just because these songs are the most requested doesn't necessarily mean they're the most effective mean, there's a difference, right? So you have to be a DJ here. You have to look at this, use your reasoning skills, ask yourself, would you ever play this song, or do you see a situation where you would ever need to play this song before you put it on your emergency backup? I mean, your full backup's the one thing, but your emergency backup, I feel that it's easier just to put essentials on there. And before we close, just remember, these are only tips. This is not gospel. You don't have to do this. They're only ideas. And whether you use the $99 Amazon Fire tablet or a Samsung Galaxy tablet or an iPad or whatever you want to use, that's fine. Even your phone. Your phone is better than nothing, right? Just in case everything goes wrong. I mean, I don't know. Theoretically, I guess if you had this backed up on your phone, you could be at someone else's wedding as a guest, or you could be at a bar or a club, and the computer goes down and the party's over, and you could be like, you know what? I'm a DJ. I can actually make this happen on my phone if you want me to. We can get you by. Something like that might happen once in a career, but I'm sure it's happened to somebody out there where you've been at a party and it's all just gone silent because the DJ didn't have the backup machine. Happened at a quinceañera I was at one time. The DJ didn't bring a backup. Their computer crashed and there was silence for a long time. It happens. Anyway, only suggestions, not gospel, so you can take it or leave it. But I'm here to help. So if you have any questions or any ideas for future tip videos, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Practice and enjoy.